Hello friends, welcome to your 15-minute mobility and stretch sesh. Today is day 10 of my Build 15 April challenge. All you need is a flat surface to work on and a clear view of your screen, and maybe consider doing this barefoot or in some socks just to really help you deepen those stretches. But if you're ready, let's hop right in. Alrighty friends, we're gonna start standing and then we're gonna drop down onto the mat. Feet nice and wide, toes turned out, hands on thighs, sink the hips down. From here, we're just gonna drop one shoulder to the center of the body, bring it back out, and then drop the other shoulder down. I want you to sink as low as you can to get your thighs parallel to the ground here. Really feel a stretch in your hips. And as we twist to the center, you'll feel your torso really wring itself out. It feels so good. Taking some nice deep inhales and exhales here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Amazing, well done. We're gonna keep our feet nice and wide. We're gonna do some lateral lunges and add a little twist in with the torso. So let's lunge over to one side, place the hand on the ground or support yourself on your knee. Twist open, get back to center, other side. Lunge, twist, back to center. Good job. See how wide you can peel open that chest. Really try and square out the chest to the side wall. Good job. Well done. Walk your feet in just slightly for me. Let's place fingertips on our hips. We're gonna draw some nice big circles with those hips going one way first. Pushing the hips forward, really feel the stretch in the hip flexors, and as we come around, drop the chest so that it's parallel to the ground, and swing it around. Mobilizing the hips here and stretching out those hamstrings. Let's switch the other way. Amazing. From here, we're gonna sweep our hands over to one side, really feel a beautiful stretch here in the side of our body. Come back to center, sweep that hand to opposite shoulder blade behind your back, and then we'll do the other side. So we're reaching, really open the side body, and then sweep it, try and touch those fingertips to the opposite shoulder blade, just like that. Keep it up. Keeping our chest open to the wall in front of us as we reach over. I don't want you to drop your torso down. I want you to peel it open, feel a beautiful stretch here. Well done. All right, we are going to roll out our neck and do little neck pulls as well. So ear to shoulder, roll it all the way down, chin to chest, come over, give yourself a slight gentle tug, and then roll it over the other way. You don't want to place too much pressure on that neck as we pull down, just slight pressure, almost just adding the weight of your hand on top of your head to just deepen that stretch slightly, but we don't want to pull too aggressively here. Amazing. Walk your feet in just wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to do some Malasana dives now. So hands come up, inhale, exhale, dive down, bend the knees, sink the hips down for just a second, then we'll send it back up. Sweep the arms up and dive it down. Beautiful. Keep inhaling, exhaling nice and steady. Last time, sweep it up. Dive it down. And let's just hold here, pressing elbows into knees, maybe rock side to side, deepening the stretch in our hips here. Great job. Let's swivel on over onto all fours, tabletop position. I want you to stack your shoulders over your wrists here, and let's do beautiful big circles in one direction. Mobilizing your wrists. And let's go the other way. Great work. Let's return to normal tabletop. So hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. And from here, inhale, drop the belly, round the spine, crown of the head, and tailbone goes up. And then we exhale, push the ground away, tuck the hips under for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Amazing. Return to tabletop. We're gonna do some thread the needles next. So we're gonna sweep one arm up, really twist the torso open, and then thread it under your body. Slightly push that shoulder into the ground, and let's switch the other way. Sweep the arm up, thread it through, twist that shoulder into the ground, and switch. And well done. All right, bring big toes to touch. Walk your knees nice and wide. We're gonna sink the hips back, then rock them forward. Try and touch the hip bones to the ground, and then repeat. Opening the hips here. Looks very awkward, but feels so ridiculously good. The wider you walk out your knees, the deeper you're gonna get into this stretch. All right, send it back one more time. And then this time, as we send it forward, we're gonna hold it here, really sink those hips down. Keep your big toes touching. Lift your chin, expand your chest. Well done. All right, come out of it. Choose a side to work on first. I'm gonna step my left leg forward. From here, we're gonna sink the hips down and bring it back. Nothing too fancy here, just really focus on squaring our hips to the wall in front of us. Nice proud chest, hands on the hips. Sink the pelvis forward and down. Good job. If you want to feel it more in your hip flexor, try squeeze this back glute, especially as we come forward. You're really gonna feel that hip flexor light up. You might not be able to come as deep if you do that, but you'll definitely feel more of an active stretch. Great work. Let's place our hands on the inside of that foot, heel, toe, foot outwards, and let that knee fall open. Now you can either stay here. If you want to deepen it a little bit, you can place your hand on that thigh, twist open, and give your thigh a gentle push. And even more deep, you can come down onto your elbows to do either one of those things. So you can either stay or you can push open. Completely up to you. Really feeling that hip flexor open and that hip open. Alrighty, bring yourself back up, heel toe the foot back to center. From here, we're going to flex that foot, send the hips back, try and keep your back as flat as possible, and then rock it forward. Send it back, walk your hands back, and walk it forward. Good job. Keeping with our beautiful inhales and exhales to help deepen into the stretch. Inhale as you come forward, exhale as you straighten that leg. Great work. Move it on down. We're gonna do some 90-90 drops. So, like we're on the beach, our knees are out, bent in front of us. We're gonna drop one leg to the center, keeping a 90 degree. Bring it open, and then other leg drops to the center, also 90 degrees. See how low you can drop those knees down? You might find that one hip is a little bit more loose than the other, and that knee can come down a bit lower. Very normal. The main thing here is I don't want you to swivel your torso, all right? I want you to keep it nice and still. That movement is simply coming from that hip joint as that knee drops. Ooh, this hip is tight. Well done. Let's do the lunge sequences that we just did now on the other side. So stepping my right foot forward if you were doing the same side as me. Hands on the hips, hips square to the wall in front of us. And we're just going to sink it forward and come back up. Nice proud chest here. Inhaling and exhaling nice and deeply. Great work. Alrighty, you know the drill. Hands come down, heel toe the foot out, maybe roll onto the outside of that foot, let that thigh open up. Feel free to stay here or add the push, or even come down onto your elbows, stay here or add the push. Just focus on your breath here. It really, this hip is a lot tighter, I'm noticing, than my other hips, so woo, this is feeling really good. Well done. Let's heel toe it back. Get ready to do those hamstring flosses. So lunge forward, then walk it back. Keep your back nice and straight. Flex the foot as we sink the hips down. And then repeat. Try and keep your back as flat as possible here. I don't want to see any rounding. The whole point to lengthen that hamstring, we really want to try and get that tailbone up. So keep your back nice and straight. Imagine someone lifting with a string, your tailbone up, and that's really going to get that hamstring nice and straight. Well done, friends. Let's lift up into a downward dog. Beautiful, making a nice triangle position here. Really lift those hips high, pressing your head through your shoulders here. Just settle into this for a couple more seconds. And when you're ready, let's pedal out those feet, dropping one ankle down to the floor at a time. Take this at your own pace. Really feel the stretch in the back of your hamstrings, your calves. Amazing. Walk your feet so that they're touching. From here, come up onto your tippy toes, drop the ankles down over to the right. Then bring it back up through center and drop them over to the left. You might hear a couple ankle clicks. Amazing. Drop it down. Bring your knees slightly apart, big toes touching. Dropping the chest down to the mat. Reach the arms out in front of you. You can rest your forehead onto the mat here. And feel free to stay here or bring your hands or your palms to touch and lift them above the back of your head for a rabbit pose. You can feel this in your shoulders and your triceps especially. And finally, drop the hips back down towards the booty, melt your chest down into the mat, and just sink into this child pose. Couple deep breaths here. And well done. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to come out of it, do so nice and slowly, and well done. How are you feeling? Give yourself a big round of applause and a massive pat on the back for coming and showing up for this active recovery day. I hope that you enjoyed it and just feel a little bit looser. If you're doing the challenge with me, you probably feel quite tired and sore from all the different workouts I've put you through the last 9 days. I'm proud of you. If you're just passing through, make sure to like and subscribe. I'd love to see your face again. I post all sorts of fitness content literally all the time. But otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day because you do deserve it, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye, friends.